Welcome to the AACS Daily News. As the state continues to grapple with the spread of the coronavirus, a number of new governmental restrictions have gone into effect. Only businesses designated as essential may have their brick-and-mortar stores open to the public. Attleboro State Representative Jim Hawkins gave us a brief update.
A lot of businesses are already closed. Willow Tree closed their retail store. Cardi's closed their retail store. So I don't know that it's a huge impact. It just meant that more businesses would need to close. It did not restrict travel at all. But the point isn't to the point is just to keep people from congregating together, to keep people more than 6 feet apart. And some work environments just didn't support that. That was the reason the governor did it, and I support that. We can still go to the store. We can still do what we have to do, and I see that in the community. People are staying away from each other and practicing safe measures. There were some businesses in the community that had reached out to me last week anticipating this. And if they're an essential business, they had already started getting documentation to show that they were providing a medical service. And I haven't heard from them since. I'm assuming that they got taken care of. There was a link that I shared with the businesses as to how to apply for essential business. I don't know if it's certification, but could be listed as an essential business. And as far as I know, as of last night, they weren't asking me more questions, so I think they're okay. The individual municipalities have the option to do it their way. I don't know matters so much in Attleboro, but in Cambridge and Somerville, they were concerned that bike shops needed to be opened, and they were not on that list. And they had the authority, the mayors of those two cities had the authority to include bike shops. I mean, bike is a pretty essential transportation means, especially now that MBTA has slowed down their services. Common sense, we need to slow this down. We need to keep this from spreading, and the only way to do that is to stay at home. And from what I see on people commenting on Facebook, what I see and hear, which is kind of limited, people are doing that, which is very smart. There is an end to this. It's not like you got to stay at home forever, but until we know that we're past the peak of this, it's a smart thing to do. Not only so you don't spread it, but so that you don't get it. I think we'll see an overall spike because the testing is just starting to come into play. So we know more about numbers. We know who has it. We know where it is. So right now we're probably seeing a big jump, which should be cause for alarm because we realize how serious it is, but it also doesn't mean something happened in the last day. So we need to watch that carefully. We're understanding the magnitude of it now, which we probably didn't before. The text notification from the governor's COVID-19 task force would be a good thing to sign on to. One of the things I've noticed on Facebook is that there's a lot of misinformation out there. I've made a point on my Facebook page, and my office has worked on this to make sure we're posting accurate, confirmed information, but there's so much that's just rumor, things that people think might happen, which only adds to the panic. So this would be a good source for real, accurate information, which even if it doesn't affect what you do, it should calm you to know what's real information and what's not, and that's real information. So I would think that's a good idea to sign on to it. Yes, text COVID-MA and you send it to 888-777. I've made my cell phone public. That's my personal cell phone. That's this one right here. So we don't play telephone tag. Text is probably better, but that's 508-226-1436. If it's something complicated or something I've got to keep, my email address is james.hawkins@mahouse.gov. Especially if it's something I got to share, that's a better way to send it.
That's it for today's update. If you are an organization or government official that would like to share information with the public on AACS TV and WARA 1320 AM, you can email news@aacs.com. For AACS News, I'm Austin Ricketts.